ask you please rise and move your caps for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
The 2026 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for Game 3 of the North Division Semifinals, as the number 2 seeded Strasburg Express hosts the number 3 seeded Purcellville Cannons. Cannons forcing this Game 3 tonight after a victory last night. Express struggled on the mound mightily, especially early in the game, and the Cannons took advantage of walks with some big hits, including some big hits from Ethan Acevedo and Seth Williams. So winner take all tonight, and it's fitting that both of these teams go into a Game 3 after each finished the regular season at 19 and 17. Ryan Seifert gets the start tonight for the Express, a right-hander from Shenandoah University, 5'9" righty out of Fallston, Maryland. And the lineup he will face tonight for the Cannons, leading off and playing center, it's Ethan Acevedo. Batting second is Keith Turner, the right fielder. Batting third is Vincenzo Cusat, the first baseman. Cleanup man tonight for the Cannons, the shortstop, Eric Martinez. First pitch of the game is a called strike at 7:04, and we are underway. So Seth Williams, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Gavin Braylon, the catcher, will bat sixth. Here's a slow grounder to second. Kohlmeyer throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down here in the first. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, Graham Hilton. Batting eighth is Grant Galuli, the third baseman, and batting ninth, rounding out the starting lineup tonight for the Cannons, the second baseman, Andrew Bell. So Acevedo from VCU grounds out to second to start the game, and now brings up Keith Turner, the right fielder. Turner out of Long Beach State University from Atlanta, Georgia. And he takes a pitch inside for a ball. 1-0. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, 300 feet down the left and right field lines, 365 to straightaway center. 1-0 is low for ball 2, 2-0. Both teams were swinging it well early last night. It was a high-scoring affair through the first 3 innings or so. Here's a called strike to Turner, 2-1. But Strasburg's offense cooled down as the Cannons just kept on adding to their lead. And the Express could not catch up. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. This is the first start of the season for Ryan Seifert. 2-2, grounded softly to short. Kerwin charges, throws off balance to first in time. 2 outs here in the top of the first. So a couple of ground outs for the right-hander from Shenandoah just up the road in Winchester. It brings up Vincenzo Kuzat, the first baseman. Kuzat out of Frederick Community College from Round Hill, Virginia. He had a big hit in the first inning last night, hit a ground ball down the first base line, went into the corner, and really propelled the Cannons offense early. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Defense tonight for Strasburg in the outfield. Williams in left, Green in center, Haywood in right. Trio at third, Kerwin at short. That misses. Kohlmeyer at second, McGowan at first, and Morris behind the plate. So no Jay Douglas again tonight due to injury, as that ball is in the dirt. And also no Tanner Waldrop, who is also out with an injury. So express position players and the number that they have to work with starting to get thinner and thinner. 2-1. Swing, and that's fouled out of play.
Tonight is Foul Ball Friday, so all foul balls, courtesy of our home run partners, the outfield sets are keepers.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Kuzat, and that misses. 3-2. Well, if Kuzat can get on, the shortstop and cleanup man Eric Martinez would bat here in the top of the first. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ryan Seifert, a 1-2-3 first. We go to the bottom of the first. Express coming to bat. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the first. No score as the Express coming up to bat for the first time, and they'll face the left-hander Brody Carley. Brody is a 6-foot lefty out of Mary Washington University from Purcellville. And the lineup he will face tonight for Strasburg, leading off and playing right, it's Caden Haywood. Batting second is the DH Sam Brown. Batting third, the center fielder Ben Green. Batting fourth, the first baseman Marshall McGowan. First pitch to Haywood is outside. Batting fifth, Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop. Batting sixth and playing third, it's Brian Trujillo. Batting seventh, Madden Williams, the left fielder. Batting eighth, the catcher Fuller Morris. And batting ninth, the second baseman J.W. Kohlmeyer. 1-0, swing and a miss. Caden Haywood out of Western Carolina University, out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, 6'6", 255. Hit 2 home runs in game 1 of this series. One to lead off the bottom of the first and a 2-run shot in the 6th. 1-1 from the lefty Carley. And that's low, 2-1. Well, Strasburg does expect to have some of their top-tier arms available tonight. Jaden White, Colton Starling, to name a couple. 2-1, hitters count. Swing and a miss. Haywood couldn't connect, and now the count even at 2-2. Cannons go 1-2-3 in the top of the inning, couple of ground outs and a strikeouts, and now Strasburg trying to grab the momentum early here at home. 2-2 and a called strike 3. And Carly gets the strikeout for the first out of the bottom of the first.
Now batting the DH for Coastal Carolina, number 25, Sam Brown.
Here's Sam Brown, the DH. Brown on his way to Coastal Carolina University. 6-foot lefty, 230 out of Waverly Hall, Georgia. Still looking for his first hit since he's returned back from injury. Has been drawing a lot of walks, but looking to get that first hit on the board again. And he takes outside for ball 1. This point of the season, especially in a game 3 in a series, pitching is not always the strongest suit for either team, and both teams are definitely getting toward the end of the line with their pitching availability for this game. 1-0, misses again, 2-0. Do expect the left-hander Ryan Rushing to be available for the Cannons out of the bullpen. He's been one of their better arms this year and probably the best arm they have remaining here in town. Hitters count for Brown, 2-0. Fouled straight back, 2-1. Defense tonight for the Cannons in the outfield. Williams in left, Acevedo in center, Turner in right, Galuli at third, Martinez at short, Bell at second, Cusat at first, and Braylon doing the catching. 2-1 from Carly to Brown is a breaking ball, and it misses. Close pitch, but it didn't get the call. 3-1. Cannons already asking about the strike zone here in the first inning. 3-1 to Brown. Swing and a foul, out of play. Count fills up at 3-2. There's a lot of emotion in the game last night. Both teams, especially Purcellville, had a lot of energy. Phil Betterly stayed busy last night. Payoff pitch coming up, lefty on lefty matchup. And Brown hits a fly ball to center. It's shallow. Acevedo coming in. He's not going to get there, and it gets away. And it'll be picked up out there by Williams. So Sam Brown gets his first hit in a while on a bloop into center, and the Express have a base runner here in the first. And as a pitcher, that is extremely frustrating because at the end of the day, Carly made his pitch right there. He jammed Sam Brown, but Brown was able to muscle it out to center field and have it drop in front of Acevedo. And the Cannons fortunate there that Brown was not able to get the second as it trickled away. Here's Ben Green. Green out of UNC Asheville, batting with a man on and one out. And he takes inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Green has been a huge contributor for the Express. He joined the team about halfway through the 2026 campaign and has been a steady force. And again, he's out there in center tonight due to the injury of Jay Douglas. Carly will check to first and back in safely Brown. Again, for Douglas, he was hit by a pitch 3 different times here 2 nights ago in game number 1, and the last one was the most consequential. It was a fastball up into the helmet. 1-0, that's up and away, not close, 2-0. Want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. Game number 3, round number 1. Winner of this game will take on the Winchester Royals beginning tomorrow night in Winchester. The Royals winning the North Division regular season title by a game over the Express. 2-0 is right there for a strike, 2-1. Cannons with a decent crowd here tonight. Had a heck of a crowd last night in Purcellville. They always draw well there and have brought a pretty good crowd again here tonight as they did a couple of nights ago. 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count with a runner at first. And Green waves and misses. And it's 2-2. Hello to everyone tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. 2-2. And Green pops it up foul, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brody Carley, the lefty, comes set. And Ben Green awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 outs here in the first.
The first baseman from Western Carolina, number 22, Marshall McGowan.
So a couple of strikeouts early here for the left-hander Carley, who was looking at his numbers in the regular season prior to this and had, I believe, in the ballpark of a 7 or 8 ERA. A lot of strikeouts, a lot of hits allowed. Here's Marshall McGowan, the first baseman from Western Carolina University. Marshall takes one in the dirt. It skips past the catcher, Braylon, and moving to second on the wild pitch is Sam Brown. So the Express with a man in scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning after Carley uncorked the wild pitch, and Braylon really didn't have a chance there to keep that one in front of him. So now a base hit potentially scores a run here for the Express in the bottom of the first. 1-0 to McGowan. And that's low. 2-0. Again, at the end of this game, we'll probably go back to whose pitching was able to hold up the longest, who was able to stay out of the bullpen the longest. 2-0 is a little bit low. 3-0 now. If McGowan can get on, Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop, would bat. Express are a little left-handed heavy, which does hurt them facing the lefty Carley here, and then you've got the lefty Rushing, who we will likely see at some point for the Cannons. 3-0 in there for a strike. Looked like he was taken all the way, 3-1. No score, bottom of the first. There's also a South Game 3 going on tonight. That's Waynesboro and Harrisonburg, the number 1 seeded Generals, looking to win that series. 3-1 is up and away, ball 4. And the inning will continue as the Express will have men at first and second with 2 outs for the shortstop, Tommy Kerwin.
University, number 5, Tommy Kerwin.
Kerwin, 6-foot lefty out of Wofford. Got the lefty-lefty matchup again. We've seen one of those so far, and it went the way of the pitcher Carley on the strike. It did not. It was a base hit for Brown. So that pitch to Kerwin misses for ball 1. Absolutely beautiful night at the park. Doesn't even feel like it's July. And that's in for a strike, 1-1. I'll give credit to the Express. They are making Carley work here in this first inning. That was pitch number 24. He's thrown just 12 for strikes. Kerwin looking for a big hit here in the first. And he takes a breaking ball off the plate, 2-1. A strikeout, a single, a strikeout, a wild pitch, and a walk here in the bottom half of the first inning for the Express. Tommy Kerwin facing the lefty, Brody Carley. Kerwin takes low, 3-1. Brian Trujillo, the third baseman, would be next. Right-hander waiting on deck. Carley sets at the belt. His 3-1. His ball 4. And another walk. Back-to-back 2-out walks here And that will load the bases for the Express and bring Brian Trujillo to the plate.
Now batting third baseman from Eastern Kentucky, number 10, Brian Trujillo.
Big spot here, Brian Trujillo, the third baseman at Eastern Kentucky University. And he takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. These are the spots early in the game, in a game 3 like this, where you really want to take advantage and bust it open. 0-1, fouled straight back, and just like that, Birdie Carley a pitch away from getting out of this jam here in the first. Getting game 1 between these two teams. Both teams were leaving a lot of men on through the first few frames. Strasburg left 2 on in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 2 more in the sixth, but they were able to win it on the mercy, 13-1. So now Carley way ahead, 0-2. And a line drive in the right center field, coming in and making the catch is the center fielder Acevedo. Good piece of hitting in the right center, but getting there and making the catch, and that will do it here in the first. Cannons with some momentum as Strasburg strands 3, and we go to the second. We go to the top of the second. Cannons send up 4, 5, 6. Eric Martinez, Seth Williams, and Gavin Braylon against Ryan Seifert. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Strasburg with a great opportunity in the bottom of the first, unable to cash in, and the bases loaded. 1-0 is swung on and tipped into the glove. The count is 1-1. Eric Martinez, the batter. He is out of North Central Texas College. And that's in there. Tell you, Seifert, he's a quick worker. He gets the baseball, he looks in, and he gets ready to go. Does not waste any time. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ryan Seifert. And there's one out here in the top of the second.
Left fielder from West Virginia University, number 24, Seth Williams.
Now here's Seth Williams. He's a dangerous hitter. West Virginia University, 6'5", lefty, 200 pounds, out of Galveston, Texas. He takes outside for ball 1. Seifert behind 1-0. And that is grounded up the middle. Kohlmeyer moves and lets it go right under his glove. Moving to his right and didn't stay down on it. And an E4 here in the second inning. Seifert in a great mojo, getting quick outs. Should have easily been another one there. Instead, it goes under the glove. And now base runner for the Cannons. Those are not the mistakes you want to see in a winner-take-all playoff game. Here's Gavin Braylon, the catcher. He takes a ball, 1-0. So we had Williams on a soft grounder. Kohlmeyer charged to his right and went right under the glove into the outfield. 1-0. Swing and a pop-up in the infield. First baseman McGowan calling, and nearly a collision as the third baseman Brian Trujillo came flying across the diamond for whatever reason, and nearly a collision there. And fortunately for the Express, the catch is made. There are 2 outs. I can tell you with these Western Carolina guys, if you run into them, they're going to stay standing and you're going to go flying to the ground. You're not going to do much damage to them. Here's Graham Hilton, the DH, and he takes a strike. That is pitch number 22 of the first inning for Seifert, 14 of them for strikes. And a check over to first, Seth Williams back in. Williams looked like he was put out by that when he had to go back to first. 0-1, and missing outside, it's 1-1. No score, top of the second, and another throw over. Williams back in on the slide. One, missing low, 2 balls and a strike now. Graham Hilton, the batter. Hilton out of VCU from Mustang, Oklahoma. 2-1, grounded to first and through for a base hit. Williams on his way to third. Throw is into second, and the Cannons have men at the corners with 2 outs. First hit of the game for the Cannons. And it brings up Grant Galooly, the third baseman. So now a chance here for Purcellville to come up with a big hit. Galooly, 6-foot righty out of Eastern New Mexico University from Palm City, Florida. He'll bat here with men on the corners and 2 outs. And we may come back to that error and talk about that. We'll see. The pitch. That's outside, ball 1. Galooly in the 8 spot tonight for the Cannons. He was in the 9 spot in game number 1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. Galooly was 0 for 3 a couple of nights ago with a strikeout, a ground out to second, and a ground out to short. He's in a 1-1 count here with men on the corners and 2 outs. And lays off this breaking ball now, 2-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch darting inside, and now the count 2-2. So Seifert a pitch away from getting out of this here. He comes set, the 2-2 is in the dirt, and a great block by Fuller Morrish, keeping it in front of him, holding the runner at first and third. So now 3-2, runner will be on the move on the pitch. This is where you don't want to get burned if you're Kohlmeyer trying to cover the base at second. The pitch. And a called strike 3 as Seifert gets the strikeout and freezes Galooly for the final out of the inning. Express work around a one-out error, and we remain tied. Scoreless at 0. We go to the bottom of the second. Strasburg coming to bat here on the Express Baseball Network. Strasburg coming to bat as we go to the bottom of the second. Madden Williams will lead off, and the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Williams getting the start in left tonight. He got the start out there last night as well. Had a hit, had a couple of well-hit balls that were caught, and also did some pitching when the game got a little out of hand late. 0-1 is up high, 1-1. Madden Williams, 5'10" right-hander out of Sanford. 7-8-9 here in the home half of the second. Looking for some bottom of the lineup magic. That skips to the plate, and it's 2-1. Madden will be followed by the catcher Fuller Morris and the second baseman J.W. Kohlmeyer. Again, temperature's very manageable today. Got a little breeze out there in left center. Pretty rare for our flag to be moving that much. It's a good time to hit it out there. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Well, Carly worked around trouble in that first inning. He stranded the bases loaded. He walked 2 in the inning, had a wild pitch, and also gave up a hit. But a line out ended it on a nice running play by Acevedo. 2-2, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Carly, and there's one out here in the second.
Now batting from Georgia State University, the catcher, number 24, Fuller Morris.
Brings up the catcher from Georgia State, Fuller Morris. Morris out of Canton, Georgia. Right-hander facing the lefty Birdie Carly. And that's a called strike. Well, last thing you want to do is let Carly get into a groove, and I think we're starting to see that here. Got that final out and then the strikeout and working ahead here. 0-1. And a breaking ball popped out of the hand prematurely, 1-1. Didn't look, I have to pull up Carly's game log to see typically how long he would throw in a game, but this time of the year you might have to throw a guy longer than he had thrown previously. 1-1, swung on and fouled into the glove, 1-2. Right now the Express just can't catch up to his fastball. Again, I talked about it earlier. He has very good strikeout numbers. Looked like it was about a strikeout and a half per inning. Also gives up a lot of hits and a lot of runs. 1-2, misses down and away, went with the changeup. And you have to think Carly will probably go back to his fastball again. He's been overpowering these Express hitters early. Carly with 3 strikeouts to this point, 1 here in the inning. 2-2, misses up and away. He did go with the fastball, and now in a full count to the Strasburg catcher. J.W. Kohlmeyer, the second baseman, on deck. Carly would love to keep the top of the lineup waiting for the third inning if he can. And he catches him looking on the inside corner. Pitcher's pitch there. And And Morris down looking, back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. And now Kohlmeyer will bat here, the 9-hitter in the lineup out of VMI. And that's up and away. Doesn't get the call, 1-0. Now 42 pitches for Carly, 21 of them 4 strikes through an inning and 2/3. And 2-0. So falling behind Kohlmeyer here. Top of the lineup to follow, Caden Haywood, who went down looking last inning. Missing again, 3-0. That's like a carbon copy spot from the first pitch of the at-bat, when he also did not get the strike call. Kohlmeyer probably taking all the way here, 3-0. And that time finds the zone. See him really targeting that up and away. He is really trying to hit that spot every time and then catch him by surprise and try to paint him on the inside part. 3-1. And that's a called strike. And now Carly looking to strike out the side here in order as he works it back from 3-0 to now 3-2. Left-hander comes set and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Well, the Express getting carved up right now by Brody Carly. Sounds like we're at an Oakland Athletics game. We go to the third, no score. And on the second pitch of the top of the third inning, the second baseman, Andrew Bell, with a long home run to left field, making it 1-0 Cannons here in the top of the third inning. Bell got a breaking ball and absolutely crushed it. And Purcellville leads 1-0 here in the third inning.
Center fielder number 8, Ethan Acevedo.
No question about that one. So the Cannons get their second hit of the game, and it comes from their 9-hitter, Andrew Bell. Bell out of Duke University. Now the first pitch to the leadoff man in the lineup, Ethan Acevedo, misses for ball 1. And that's in for a strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike to Acevedo, who grounded out to second his first time up. And he grounds it to second again. Kohlmeyer bobbles it, keeps it in front, throws to first, and gets him out. So a little bit of an adventure there. It was hit hard, but fortunately the Express do get the out. So one out here in the third, and now it brings up the right fielder, Keith Turner.
Right fielder, number 9, Keith Turner.
Turner with a ground out to short his first time up. And he takes the ball 1-0. Keith Turner, the batter. And he lines it into right. It's a base hit. So Turner aboard with one out here in the third. It brings up Vincenzo Cusat, the first baseman. So the Cannons having some luck here in this third inning against Ryan Seifert. Cusat takes ball one. 1-0 the score here in a winner-take-all game. A solo homer to lead off the third inning for Andrew Bell. 1-0. And that misses 2-0. Hitters count. Cusat's a dangerous hitter. Check to first, and Turner back in. Again, Cusat out of Frederick Community College. Struck out swinging his first time up. But he's in a hitter's count. 2-0. Runner goes and stops. The pitch is swung on and missed. 2-1. And now they've got the man in a rundown, and it turns into a balk. Turner was on his way to second, and Seifert got all twisted around. And by the time he stepped off, he didn't step off properly, and they call a balk. So now runner at second with one out. So another mistake the Express making early here. And that is grounded to the right side. Kohlmeyer has it go right off of him. Into right, runner coming home. He will score, and it's 2-0. That'll be another error on Kohlmeyer. Cusat reaches on the error.
Shortstop, number 5, Eric Martinez.
So here in the inning, an error and a balk and a home run allowed and a base hit. So 2-0 the score. Eric Martinez, the shortstop, struck out swinging his first time up. And that's down the middle for a strike, 0-1. So a disaster of an inning to this point. Express have to lock in and get the outs now. That's a quick throw to first. Cusat back in. But you got to have clean defense in games like this. Can't afford mistakes. Swing and a miss as Seifert kind of fell off the mound a little bit there, 0-2. Martinez, cleanup man tonight, batting with a man at first and one out here in a 2-0 Purcellville game. And that just misses down and away. One, two, misses again, 2-2. Now the pitch count getting up there for Seifert, now 45 pitches. 25 of those for strikes. 2-2, wave and a miss, pulled the string. Struck him out on the changeup, 2 outs in the third, and it brings up Seth Williams, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 24, Seth Williams.
Williams reached on an error. Second base his first time up. One thing about it, and this is just factual, is the Express have to hit. Have to hit the ball tonight. Williams takes the ball, 1-0. Express will have the top of their lineup due up against the lefty Carly, who struck out the side in order in the second and had 2 strikeouts in the first. So Express having all sorts of trouble with him so far. 1-0 to Williams. Missing again, 2-0. Hitters count. Williams chops it to short. Kerwin will field, toss to second. They get the out. And the inning is over. 2 runs across for the Cannons. A solo homer for Andrew Bell. And an error leading to a run off the bat of Vincenzo Cusat. We go to the bottom of the third. Strasburg down 2-0 here in Game 3 of the North Semifinals. Caden Haywood leads off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the third. Express looking for a response, something they did pretty well last night. Down 2-0. Top of the lineup, Haywood, Brown, and Green against the lefty Brody Carley, who has been very good so far. And the pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Carley with 5 strikeouts to this point, one of them against Haywood. Caught him looking in the first. "1-0 is popped up in the infield. Playable and caught in fair territory by the shortstop, Martinez. 1 out.
DH number 25, Sam Brown.
1 out here in the third. It brings up Sam Brown, the DH. He singled and was left at third in the first. Again, the Express left the bases loaded in that first inning. Brown takes a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. One misses, 2-1. Just 1 hit across for the Express, and that was Sam Brown's on the bloop to center back in the first. 2-1, misses again. Close pitch, but it's outside. 3-1 now. And I talked about earlier, it's a battle and a race of who can get into the other team's bullpen first, and both pitchers very similar pitch counts to this point. 3-1, fouled back. And the count fills up at 3-2 to Sam Brown. He was in a 3-2 count his first time up. Now what does the left-hander Carly go to here? Does he try to challenge him with the fastball, or does he go all speed? 3-2 is low for ball 4. Brown draws the walk, which is not unusual at all for him. Great plate discipline. And it brings Ben Green to the plate. He struck out swinging back in the first. So another base runner for the Express. See if they can do anything with it. First pitch from Carly is ball 1. Again, we see the left-hander really targeting that up and away fastball to right-handed hitters, trying to force Strasburg to go the other way with the ball instead of pulling it. There it is again, and this time he gets a call. Well, you'd think the Express would be looking for that at this point if the announcer's noticing it. One is hit into center field. It will back Acevedo up a step or two, but he'll make the catch. And there are 2 outs. Green sent it for a ride, but to the deepest part of the park, and not enough on it to send it out of here. So a fly out for the second out, and now Marshall McGowan will step in. He walked back in the first inning. McGowan looking to find that power stroke that he showed for about a week straight. And he swings and hits a fly ball to right center field. That is going to be caught on the slide by Turner. And that will do it here in the third. Strasburg goes quietly once again as we're on our way to the fourth. Cannons lead 2-0. Cannons lead Strasburg 2-0. We go to the top of the fourth. Gavin Braylon, the catcher, will lead off. He popped out to first, his only time up. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Braylon, Hilton, and Galuli against the righty Ryan Seifert. 1-0 misses again, and that is pitch number 51. That third inning really jumped Seifert's pitch count up considerably. And now he's behind in the count. It's always dangerous, 2-0. Ground ball to short. Kerwin Fields throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down here in the fourth. And it brings up Graham Hilton, the DH, singled his first time up.
DH number 46, Graham Hilton.
Hilton, the left-handed DH. Swings and bloops one into center. That's down for a base hit. So his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 2. He has more hits than the Express have as a team. And here's Grant Galuli, the third baseman. He went down looking back in the second. Well, set up the double play here. And then you've got Andrew Bell on deck, who hit that moonshot of a home run last inning. First pitch from Seifert, right-hander out of Shenandoah University, is a called strike, 0-1. Again, Galuli out of Eastern New Mexico University. 1-0 the count. And fired in for a strike again, 0-2. Very small lead at first. The pitch is way outside on the breaking ball, 1-2. Again, one other game going on around the league tonight at Game 3. And Harrisonburg, Waynesboro are tied at 2 in the top of the fourth inning. 1-2, swinging a ground ball foul. And that's the thing about the Valley League and I guess baseball in general. With a loss tonight, Waynesboro's season comes to an end. They were by far the best team all year long in the Valley League. They won 25 games. And they are in a tie series with a team in Harrisonburg that were 2 games under 500. 1-2 to the batter, Galuli, and that's inside. Nearly hit him, 2-2. Just got to get hot and play well at the right time. Big thing is getting in and making it interesting. All right, from 0-2 to 2-2 to Grant Galuli. And that is swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Seifert, and Galuli down on strikes for the second time tonight. And with 2 outs here in the third, it brings up, in the fourth, it brings up the second baseman out of Duke University, Andrew Bell. He got a hanging breaking ball his last time up and crushed it into the trees beyond left field. And here he takes ball 1. Game 1, Bell hit 6 that night. He was he was 1 for 2. Had a single, a strikeout, and a sac bunt. 1-0. Inside 2-0. You've got the top of the lineup next and Ethan Acevedo. So a hitter's count again. He was behind 1-0 to him last time. And he chops it foul at the plate, 2-1. Two-one, and that just misses. Ball 3. Bell trying to extend this inning here and bring Acevedo to the plate. 3-1, and that is grounded sharply to third and down the line. Williams cuts it off nicely, gets it in. Here's the throw to third, and he is safe. So a double down the line for Andrew Bell. Bang, bang play at third, but Hilton in there on the slide And the Cannons have men at second and third now with 2 outs for Ethan Acevedo. Acevedo has grounded out to second twice tonight, and now if he can get a hit here, that would be a big-time knock in this one. And we've got a visit to the mound. While they do that, we'll be right back. All right, trying to get out of it here are the Express. Acevedo takes a ball, 1-0. Express going to roll the dice and try to get Seifert through here. Takes again, 2-0. You've got Keith Turner, the right fielder, on deck. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a ground out. You do have a base open to work with. Runners at second and third here in a 2-0 game. And now a 2-0 count for Ethan Acevedo. And that's in for a strike. So he finds the zone, 2-1. A ground out, a single, a strikeout, and a double. Andrew Bell already halfway to the cycle with a double and a home run. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a ground ball to second base. Kohlmeyer for the 3rd time will field it and throw it to first on time. It was a little bit of a sinker, but McGowan able to hold on to it. And that will do it here in the top of the 4th. So a big break there as Strasburg gets through the inning, allowing no runs. Now they're just waiting for their offense to wake up as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Cannons here in game number 3 of the North Division semifinals. Back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Kyle Gutshaw with you from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. Express have work to do, down 2-0. Here's Tommy Kerwin. He will show bunt, pull back, and take a ball. Left-hander Brody Carley from Mary Washington University, hailing from Purcellville, has been carving the Express so far, allowing just 1 hit. That was a bloop single. He gets back in the count here. That was pitch number 61 through 3+ innings. But he has done his job holding the Express to a very quiet night to this point. 1-1 is blooped into center, and that is going to be down for a base hit. Second base hit of the night for the Express, and a very similar hit. That one was a little bit closer to being caught as Kerwin was able to dump it into center. Acevedo, not enough speed to get to it, and he's playing pretty deep as well. So those are going to be tough to get to. So leadoff man on, the second hit of the night for the Express. And it brings up Brian Trujillo, the third baseman. He lined out to center with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the first inning. And he swings and pops it up. It'll get out of play. And the count is 0-1. Brian is the sixth man in the lineup tonight for the Express. Again, Jay Douglas out with an injury. Was hit in the head the other night by a pitch. And then Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman, was hurt last night, so he is not in either. 0-1, popped him up again, and once again out of play. So back-to-back counts where Trujillo is falling behind 0-2. There is some throwing going on down in the Cannons bullpen, and it looks like it is a left-hander. Oh, 2, and that misses. It looks like it's the left-hander Kevin Ruff out of Rowan College up in New Jersey. So they've got 3 lefties to use tonight. They've got the pitcher Carley, they have Ruff, and then we would have to think at some point we'll see Ryan Rushing. 1-2 to Trujillo, and that is popped up again, first base side and out of play. Bounced into the gravel and then right over to the Little League field, and young person was standing right there and caught it on the bounce. Taking that ball right back to Purcellville with him. 1-2 again. See if Kerwin wants to get aggressive here. He does not go. And the pitch is grounded left side. It's through for a base hit. So he gets it past the shortstop Martinez into left field. And the Express have men at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So a good job there from Trujillo, battling and extending that at bat. Looks like Poopy Ricketts is on his way down to the bullpen. So a visit to the mound here by the pitching coach. So Ricketts is another left-hander that they have. So they have 4 lefties tonight. Ricketts was warming up last night in that 9th inning where the Express started to threaten a little bit, but he did not have to come on to the field. I mean, his jersey's already been retired, so I don't see how he can come back. You have to leave after that, right? Yeah. Ricketts was definitely a fan favorite in Purcellville. All right, visit on the mound. We'll be right back. All right, big spot here. Madden Williams will bat with men at first and second and nobody out. Will he bunt? He does not show. The throw back to second caught out there on the leap by Bell, the second baseman. So Williams was not showing. We'll see what he decides to do here. Trujillo at first, Kerwin at second. 2-0 Cannons here. Bottom 4, nobody out. Long look in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Strasburg has left 4 men on so far, 3 in the first, 1 in the third. The Cannons have left 5 on, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. 0-1 the count to Madden Williams out of Sanford. Swing and a miss. Just can't catch up. 0-2. Got Fuller Morris, the catcher, on deck. He also struck out back in the second. Williams, Morris, and Kohlmeyer all struck out back to back to back in that second inning. 3 of the 5 strikeouts for Brody Carley. This is pitch number 70 of the night. Gotta think he goes right back to the fastball. And he does, and same result. Williams just cutting through 3 pitches. So looking back, a bunt probably would have worked pretty well there. But instead, the Express swinging away, and now the catcher, Fuller Morris, will have to pick him up. I mean, that was just identical pitch all 3 times, and identical result. So 1 out now, and Morris will step in here, catcher from Georgia State. And he takes a strike. The bottom of the lineup not doing the Express any favors to this point. So far, the 7 through 9 hitters through 4 at-bats are 0 for 4 with 4 punch-outs. Swing and a miss. And suddenly, Carley back in control here after giving up a couple of hits. 0-2. He misses high, 1-2. Popped him up down the right field line, foul territory, and the catch is made out there by the second baseman, I believe it was Bell, making a heck of a running catch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Second baseman, number 6, J.W. Kohlmeyer.
So 2 outs now, and looks like Carley has really locked in here, and he's an out away from getting out of a first and second, nobody out jam. Offense just has not been there to this point for the Express tonight. Kohlmeyer takes the ball, 1-0. That was pitch number 75 of the night for Carley, so you have to think he's probably reaching the end of his line. And you know he wants to get through this inning, and then the Cannons would have to worry about the top of the lineup in the 5th inning. 1-0 to Kohlmeyer. Wave and a miss. These guys are just overpowered right now for whatever reason. And it's 1-1. Cannons lead 2-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. That's inside. Pretty good pitch there from Brody Carley, but he didn't get the call, and he falls behind 2-1. Caden Haywood would be next. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a pop-out. Big pitch right here for Brody Carley. 2-1. Runner's going. It's a swing and a miss. Throw to third, and it's blocked perfectly at third as the runners slide in safely. But Galuli saves a run, possibly 2 runs right there on the swing and miss. So it's now 2-2. It'll be a double steal for Kerwin and Trujillo. So now a base hit will likely tie the game. But JW behind 2-2. Again, that is a heck of a block at third by Galuli. 2-2, he misses, 3-2. This could be the final pitch here for Brody Carley of tonight's game. And it could be one that we look back on later. 3-2, 2 outs. Tying run at second here in the 4th. and he pops him up. And playable, and the catch is made. Carly threw 4, probably done for the night, and the Express continue to struggle on offense. We go to the 5th, 2-0 Cannons. Keith Turner leads off for Purcellville as we go to the top of the 5th. 2-0 our score. It'll be 2-3-4. Turner, Cusat, and Martinez as Seifert remains on the mound for the Express. Turner with a base hit his last time up, and he swings and hits a fly ball to right. It'll be playable for Caden Haywood. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. So Turner is retired, and it brings up Vincenzo Cusat, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 6, Vincenzo Cusat.
Cusat is 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging in the first, reached on an error to second in the third. And now we've got a visit here, a little bit of a stare down between the batter, the pitcher, and the first base coach, and that's all that right there is just to try to stall after getting a 1 pitch out. You can see Cusat taking all sorts of time to step in and finally get ready to swing. All right, first pitch is inside for ball 1 on the breaking ball. That was pitch number 70 for Ryan Seifert. He has gone 4 1/3 so far. And that's grounded foul down the first base line. Still seeing bullpen activity down there for the Cannons. Looks like Kevin Ruff, the left-hander from Rowan College, continuing to throw. 1-1 misses. Now Ruff, he's a guy that had pretty good numbers in the regular season. Now I will say he pitched here, I don't have his numbers written down. He pitched here a few weeks ago. That's a blooper into right, and that'll be caught on the run by Haywood. Nice job catching up to that. 2 outs. Ruff got roughed up that night against the Express. I think he was walking a bunch of guys and giving up hits. He was hitting people.
Shortstop, number 5, Eric Martinez.
So we'll see what the Cannons decide to do if they do call on the bullpen, which you would think they probably will, but we'll see. All right, 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th for the Cannons. It brings up Eric Martinez. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging, and the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Oh, a score update on that game in the South Division. Harrisonburg leading 3-2, top of the 5th in Waynesboro, 1-0. That's in the dirt again into the backstop, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Well, the story of this game has been missed opportunities for both teams. With runners on tonight, the Express are just 1 for 8. The Cannons are just 2 for 9. Inside again, 3-1. Both teams nearly at a nearly identical pitch count to this point. Granted, Strasburg has pitched an extra 2 outs here. That is swung on and hit into right center field. That is deep, and it's going to hit the wall and bounce over the wall for a ground rule double. So on a 3-1 pitch, a 2-out double for Eric Martinez, his first hit of the game, and the Cannons have a man at second with 2 outs for Seth Williams.
Left fielder number 24, Seth Williams.
That is the 6th hit of the night for the Cannons, and it looks like
Leads Waynesboro 3-2 in the top of the 5th.
Strasburg considering staying with Seaford here. Again, they have Colton Starling and Jaden White, both pitchers that had under 1.50 ERAs. But you got to score runs for any of that to even matter. Williams fouls it off at the plate. It's 0-1. Cannons 2 runs on 6 hits with no errors. Strasburg no runs on 3 hits with 2 errors. That misses 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Seth Williams out of West Virginia, the batter. Swing and a foul as that goes off the board near the dugout and gets a piece of the on-deck man, who is fortunately wearing his catcher's gear, Gavin Braylon. So he's fine, and the count is 1-2. Big pitch right here in this game. And a ground ball to first, high hop, but McGowan able to field. He will take it to the bag just in time, and that will do it in the top of the 5th. Tip of the cap to the righty from Shenandoah University, Ryan Seifert. 5 innings of 1 earned run ball, 2 runs overall, as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And the Cannons are going to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new hurler right after this. New pitcher for Purcellville as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, entering into the middle stages of this game. It'll be the left-hander Kevin Ruff, and he will face the top of the lineup, Caden Haywood, and the first pitch misses up and away, ball 1. It'll be Haywood, Brown, and Green due up. Well, tip of the cap to Brody Carley, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. 1-0, and Ruff misses again, 2-0. Ruff losing his hat almost after every pitch. So a hitter's count for Haywood, who has struck out and popped out tonight. Not close again, 3-0 from Kevin Ruff, the left-hander. All right, 3-0 to Haywood. Let's see if Ruff can find the zone. And he can. Looked like he took a little off of that one, but he got it in the zone. 3-1 now. Don't want to walk the leadoff man if you're Ruff. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Full count coming up to Caden Haywood, the right fielder. And a line drive in the left center field. That'll be down for a base hit, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Caden Haywood is into second with a leadoff double off the new pitcher, Kevin Ruff. So Haywood able to split the gap between Williams and Acevedo.
Number 25, Sam.
That is the 4th hit of the night for the Express, and a good start against the new hurler. So the 4th hit for the Express tonight, 1 for Haywood, 1 for Brown, 1 for Kerwin, and 1 for Trujillo. Now the lefty Sam Brown will step in. He's 1 for 1. Single in the first, walk in the third. And that's up and in. Sounded like the catcher had missed it at first. Even the umpire took his glove off. Not glove, his mask. Odd sound to that pitch, but it missed. So 1-0 to Brown. Fouled straight back. 1-1. Strasburg, 3 left on in the first. 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth for Purcellville, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Haywood at second after the leadoff double. 1-1, breaking ball in there. Perfect pitch to a left-handed hitter, down and away, 1-2. The 2 runs tonight for the Cannons, a home run for Andrew Bell, and an error off the bat of Vincenzo Cusat. Brown takes a little bit inside, 2-2. One thing about it, you don't see a lot of guys try to throw left-handers down and in because that's typically their happy zone. But if you can get it to the right spot, sometimes it can tie them up. Now you have to think they'll go back away here, 2-2 to Brown. And he does, and it's in the dirt, and Haywood's moving to third. So a wild pitch moves Caden Haywood to third base, and now a 3-2 count for Sam Brown here with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Strasburg trying to inch closer, trailing 2-0. Kevin Ruff, the new pitcher for the Cannons. His first inning of work, giving up a leadoff double, then a wild pitch and a 3-2 count to the lefty Brown. And that misses for ball 4. Brown has walked yet again. And now the Express have men at the corners with nobody out. And we're going to see a visit to the mound from the pitching coach. While they talk, we'll step away and be right back. 2-0 our score, men at first and third, nobody out. Ben Green, the batter. And he takes a little bit high, ball one. Kevin Ruff in some trouble here. Has allowed the first 2 men to reach. Green is 0 for 2 tonight. And warning being given to the pitcher there. He had to wait until the batter made eye contact, which he didn't, so it's just a warning, no ball or anything. Green looking to get a big hit here. Strasburg down 2 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 from Kevin Ruff. That's in there for a strike. Now do see the left-hander Ryan Rushing starting to get loose for the Cannons. Rushing has started games this year. He's worked out of the pen, but as of late, he's been more of a 2 or 3 inning reliever. So he is getting loose for Purcellville. 1-1. That is called a strike. And now Ruff ahead of Ben Green, 1-2. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Game 3 of the North Division semifinals. Winner moves on to play Winchester. The loser has their season come to an end. 1-2, and that's outside, 2-2. Well, you have to think, if you had somebody else at first, would you think about stealing, trying to draw a throw down the second? I think you would have to, but Brown, coming back from that ankle injury, might be too risky to try that. 2-2 to Ben Green. Swing and a fly ball into right. It'll be deep enough to get 1 run in. The catch is made out there by Turner. Coming in from third is Haywood. And the Express are on the board. It's 2-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. So a sac fly RBI for Ben Green. Hit it deep enough. Turner had no chance as he just lofted it back into the cutoff man. And it's a 2-1 game.
First baseman number 22, Marshall McGowan.
So Ruff does get the first out of the inning, but the Cannons see their lead sliced in half. Here's Marshall McGowan, walking the first, fly out to right in the third. And he takes outside, ball 1. Again, the starter tonight, Brody Carley, 4 shutout innings, but his pitch count was getting up there, and the Cannons decided to go to the bullpen. 1-0 to McGowan. Up high, 2-0, and there goes Ruff's hat again. Hitters count here for Marshall McGowan out of Western Carolina University. Ruff doesn't want to throw a cookie over the plate here. And that is lined to left. It's a base hit. And that will go into the corner. Brown is being held at third. It'll be second and third, 1 out, as Marshall McGowan got a cookie and shot the ball to left. Now second and third, 1 out, and Tommy Kerwin will be the batter. And that's going to be it for Kevin Ruff. So Purcellville is playing their big card here. And they are going to their top arm remaining, the left-hander Ryan Rushing. Rushing, the 5'10 left-hander from Florida Gulf Coast University, will take over. The Express 90 feet away from tying and a base hit from potentially taking the lead. We'll be right back. Tommy Kerwin steps to the plate with men at second and third and one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning, facing the new pitcher, Ryan Rushing. Cannons deploying their best arm here in this spot. And he will face the lefty, Tommy Kerwin, with runners at second and third and one out. The first pitch is high, and he went around. Couldn't hold off. And the count is 0-1. Kerwin has walked, singled, and stolen a base tonight. Corners, especially the first baseman, playing back. Third baseman playing just a foot or two behind the base. All you have to do is put it in play on the ground, and you should get a run. And that is grounded to third. That will tie the game. Throw to first is in time, just in time as they get Kerwin. But Tommy gets the job done on the RBI ground out, and it's a 2-2 game. Moving to third base on the ground out is McGowan. So Strasburg manufacturing a couple of runs here to get on the board and to tie the game. And that wasn't pretty, but it was perfect in the sense that it was a slower roller and allowed the runner to come home. Now can Brian Trujillo give Strasburg the lead? Runner at third. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Brian with a single and a stolen base back in the fourth. And that's up and in from Rushing, 1-1. Again, I talked about it. Rushing was used as a starter some, and as of late, he's been a very solid reliever for the Cannons. And coming in here in this spot, 1-1 to Trujillo. That misses up and away, 2-1. Well, you've got the 7, 8, 9 men to come if Brian can get on base. And they'll be looking to get off the schneid. Go ahead runner at third, Marshall McGowan here in the bottom of the fifth, 2-1. 3-1. Hitters count here for Brian Trujillo, the third baseman. And he takes inside for ball four, and the inning will continue. And it'll bring Madden Williams to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Both swinging strikeouts. This would be a good time to break out of that here. Runner at third is the responsibility of the lefty, Kevin Ruff. And we'll see if Trujillo tries to take off here. I would think they'll try that, but first pitch from Rushing coming up. And that's in there, strike one. Got to think they're going to continue to target Williams and all these right-handers as they have been tonight. Saw Carly do a really good job of it, and now Rushing trying to hit that up and away spot to the right-hander. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Williams just can't find it right now. He's behind 0-2. Runners on the corners here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ryan Rushing. Left-hander comes set, checks the runner at first, and delivers. Runner goes, the pitch is up and away, and they're going to just let him take second. So moving to second base, it gets rid of the force out, and now potential base hit could bring in 2 runs. And you got to think, obviously Williams is late on these pitches. If he can get just enough of it and hit it to the right side of the infield, they could get through. 1-2. Swing and a pop-up out of play. So he makes contact there. And the battle will continue here with the lefty Rushing and the righty Madden Williams. Strasburg has scored 2 in the inning to tie. Looking to take the lead. McGowan at third, Trujillo at second. Breaking ball misses away, 2-2. That's puzzling that they wouldn't just try to keep going back to the fastball. And now maybe that breaking ball will set up the fastball here in a 2-2 count. Setting the pitch. Fouled back. He got a piece again. And this at-bat will continue. Two-two to Madden Williams. Fouled away again. And we'll continue on in this at-bat. All right, this will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. And right down the middle for a called strike 3. And that will do it here in the bottom of the 5th. Strasburg scores 2 to tie it. Got a tie game going to the 6th inning here in a winner-take-all. We'll be back after this on the Express Baseball Network. Welcome back to Strasburg, Game 3 of the North Semifinals. We've got ourselves a tie game, 2-2 as we go to the 6th. And the Express are going to their top gun out of the bullpen now. Colton Starling will take over. And he will face 6, 7, and 8, Braylon, Hilton, and Galooly here in the top of the 6th inning in a 2-2 game. Final line for Ryan Seifert. Heck of a night for him in his first start of the season. 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, just 1 was earned. No walks, 5 strikeouts. And the first pitch from the righty Colton Starling is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Starling and Jaden White have both shared closing duties this year. Starling in there now. White is also available to pitch tonight if needed. The 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. Starling, a 5'11" righty from Western Carolina University out of Marshville, North Carolina. 1-1 to Braylon, who is 0 for 2. Grounded softly to short. Kerwin fields his typical throw, off balance across his body in time. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. So a first out to start the inning, and it brings up Graham Hilton, the DH. Hilton has singled twice. Both of those coming off of the starter, Seifert. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul. He got in front of a breaking ball there. Hit it down the line. It ricochets around. Got somebody hustling to get it. And the count is 0-1. Swing and a foul tip held on to by Morris, 0-2. Starling has not thrown in a while, so you have to think he will have a bit of a leash. Oh, 2. That misses up and away, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Hilton, the second out of the inning, and it'll bring up the 8-hitter in the lineup, Grant Galuli, the third baseman, who has struck out twice. One swinging, one looking.
Harrisonburg and Waynesboro tied at 3 in the bottom of the 6th.
3-3, Harrisonburg, Waynesboro in the 6th inning there, so it's a barn burner, tight one there. Starling deals. That misses on the breaking ball, 1-0. Strasburg will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Morris, Kohlmeyer, and Haywood against the lefty Ryan Rushing. Righty sets from the stretch and deals. Breaking ball, called strike. Looks like a slider or a sweeper, but regardless, in there for a strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss again. Absolutely fooled him. 1-2. One-two to Grant Galuli. And that is hit in the air to left center. He got under it. Playable out there for Ben Green, the center fielder, who makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Colton Starling here in the top of the 6th. 2-2 our score, winner take all. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg looking for some bottom of the lineup contributions when we return. Fuller Morris leads off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 2-2 game. And the first pitch is up and away for ball 1. So Ryan Rushing starting his first full inning of work. Came in with minutes 2nd and 3rd and 1 out last inning I should say, and allowed a couple of inherited runners to score. 1-0 to Morris. That's in for a strike. Final line for Kevin Ruff. He goes just a third of an inning, allows 2 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. He walked 1 and didn't strike anybody out. Fuller tonight 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a pop out to second. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Just seeing a night and day difference right now between the first few hitters in the Express lineup and the rest of the lineup, just not getting it done. And really, in big games like this, you have to get contributions from up and down the lineup. One, two, misses. 2-2. Ryan Rushing, the left-hander, sets and delivers. And that misses up and away, 3-2. Well, this would be a big pitch coming up here. Can Rushing get the out, or will he walk the leadoff man, which would be not good. And what will he go to here, fastball or breaking ball? We'll find out right now. 3-2, swing and a miss. First out of the inning, and now the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Strasburg lineup are 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts. Kohlmeyer, the batter now, he's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out. Hard to win games when you have a huge drop off, and for whatever reason tonight, the bottom half not getting it done, or bottom third. Kohlmeyer, grounder to first. Piece of cake there for Cusat, 2 outs. And with 2 outs in the inning, top of the lineup, Caden Haywood will bat. Haywood jump-started the offense in the 5th inning with a leadoff double. So we'll see if Caden can get something started here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Other thing is you want to keep making Rushing work. You don't want him to have quick innings. That misses. Home plate umpire says a little bit out, 1-0. Haywood, the big bopper for the Express. 1-0. Breaking ball misses, 2-0. So Rushing falling behind now to a guy that likes to hit the fastball. Will we try to go to that up and away spot? We'll see. 2-0. Swing and a miss. He went with a breaking ball there on 2-0 and got the cut and miss, and now it's 2-1. It would chase there. He was tuned up and ready for the heater, and he didn't get it. But you don't blame him sitting fastball there in that count. So now 2-1. Missing again, 3-1. No bullpen activity, so this is Rushing's inning right now, and probably beyond if they can get more out of him. 3-1 with 2 outs in the last of the 6th in a 2-2 game. Swing and a fister to second. That'll be caught, and the inning is over. Strasburg goes 1-2-3, and we will remain tied going to the 7th. 2-2 our score here in Game 3, winner take all, the North Division semifinals. Top of the 7th, 9-1-2 for Purcellville. Andrew Bell, Ethan Acevedo, and Keith Turner against the right-hander Colton Starling, who threw 11 pitches, 8 of them for strikes last inning to work a clean 6th inning. His first pitch to Bell is in for a strike. Bell with a home run to left field on a moonshot back in the 3rd inning on a breaking ball. He then doubled the next inning. Bell out of Duke University. 0-1, popped him up and out of play. And you could see there Bell was really getting out. He was getting ahead, trying to gear up and get a piece of that fastball, and yeah, he was able to foul it off. So now 0-2, and this is where you have to expect the wrinkle off the plate. Here's the 0-2. He goes with the fastball and fouling it off. It's still 0-2. Crowd has stuck around here in this one. Again, the winner of this series will be in Winchester tomorrow night to take on the Royals. Oh, 2. And a breaking ball that is called a ball. Very close, but Colton did not get the call. One, 2. Fouled straight back to us. And the at-bat will continue between Andrew Bell and Colton Starling. One, 2. And a very late swing, but staying alive again is Andrew Bell. This will be pitch number 7 of this at-bat. And he's going to spike it in the dirt, 2-2. Top of the lineup to follow in Acevedo and Turner here in this top of the 7th inning for the Cannons. These two teams went to Game 3 last year. It was in the North Division Final. Strasburg won Game 3 here. 2-2, misses for a ball, 3-2. Cannons looking for a base runner here against Starling. Three-two, and he struck him out swinging. Starling with the off-speed pitch, and Bell was sitting fastball, couldn't stop the swing. And that is the first out of the 7th inning. Here's Ethan Acevedo, the center fielder from VCU. Well, the scouting report tells you here that Kohlmeyer is going to get a ground ball. He is 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs to second base. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball, 0-1. Again, score update for that game in the South. Number 1 Waynesboro tied with Harrisonburg, 3-3, bottom of the 7th inning. Game being played in Waynesboro. 0-1 from Starling. Misses away, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cannons with 2 runs in the 3rd inning. They held on to that lead until Strasburg scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th to tie it. No runs in the 6th, and now the Cannons trying to get something going here in inning number 7. 1-1 misses. Starling falling behind again. 2-1. Still no bullpen activity for Purcellville, so that would tell you that Ryan Rushing will likely be coming back out for another inning of work. 2-1 to Acevedo. Missing again. 3-1 now. Keith Turner, the right fielder, waiting on deck. He's at 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run back in the 3rd. Three and 1 to Ethan Acevedo. And that is in there for a strike, and he works it full, now 3-2. You got Andrew Bell swinging on a 3-2 breaking ball. What does he do here with Acevedo? Fouled back. Ethan was late, but he just got a piece of it, fouling it into the net, third base side. And we'll do it again. One thing about it, the Cannons are making Starling work. He is now up to 26 pitches through an inning and a 3rd after a very economic 6th inning. 3-2, fouled away. And another emergency hack, keeping the at-bat alive. And these long at-bats, they start to wear on a pitcher. If you have a real long one, regardless of if you get the out or not, you can sometimes have a little bit of a letdown, and seeing back-to-back long at-bats here. Cannons are forcing him to throw pitches. 3-2, and he walked him. So Acevedo wins the battle in a 1-out walk here.
Right fielder number 9, Keith Turner.
And that is the first walk of the night for Strasburg pitching. And now it brings up Keith Turner, the right fielder. Again, he has grounded out, singled in, or singled with a run scored, and he has also flown out to right field. The pitch. That's down the middle for a strike. Starling pretty quick to the plate, and that fastball gets on you in a hurry. Count is 0-1. Go ahead, run it first here in the top of the 7th for Purcellville. Fouled away, 0-2. Vincenzo Cusat, the first baseman, waiting on deck. Runner goes. The pitch swung on and fouled away. So some hit and run action there. And fortunately for the Express, it was not a base hit. Acevedo had a big jump. He's working with a very small lead, but he got a good jump there. And if Turner takes that and then lets it go, Acevedo probably gets to second. I mean, he has a very small lead. Kind of what Shin, in a way, would like to do. He'd get a small lead, and then before you knew it, he was already at second base. Acevedo jumping around over there. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the off speed. Breaking ball down and away. Turner couldn't lay off. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And it brings up a dangerous Vincenzo Cuzat. He is 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, reached on an error, and flown out to right. But he's a left-handed hitter facing the righty Starling. Go ahead run at first is Acevedo after the 1-out walk. And that is called ball 1. Very close. Check to first, and Acevedo back in safely. (1-0), big lead, the runner goes, the pitch is a ball, and Starling didn't pay any attention to him. Nobody told him to step off either, so a stolen base there. The pitch misses. It's 2-0 to Cusat now. And will that end up being costly? We'll see. Acevedo jumping around over there. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Cusat. That misses. 3-0. Now you almost better just putting him on, setting up the force and facing the righty Martinez here. 3 balls, no strikes to Cusat. And I could actually see him having the green light here. I don't know why. Swing and a miss. Cuts through the fastball, 3-0, and it's 3-1. So he got a big hack off, but couldn't connect. (3-1) now. And that is lined into right center. It's a base hit, and the Cannons will take the lead. The stolen base, costly. Purcellville leads 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. Cusat in a 3-1 count, getting a fastball and hitting it into right center field. His first hit of the game. It's 3-2 Purcellville. So due to not holding the runner well there, turns out to be a free base and then scoring on the hit. We've got a visit to the mound. We'll be right back. So now the Cannons leading 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs. Had a strikeout to start the inning, then a 1-out walk on a long count. Acevedo then stole second. A strikeout swinging, and then a base hit. Here's Martinez, and he swings and hits a fly ball to right center field. Chasing Haywood back. He makes the catch right at the track, and that will do it in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch here in Strasburg. The Cannons now 9 outs away from moving on. The Express 9 outs to work with. We'll break and return after this. 3-2 going to the bottom of the 7th. Going to the bottom of the 7th, Strasburg now trailing 3-2. Second time they've been down in this game tonight. We'll see if they have enough steam to get back in this thing and score one more run to tie it back up. 2-3-4, Sam Brown, Ben Green, Marshall McGowan against Ryan Rushing. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Cannon's getting a run across against Colton Starling, which has been pretty unheard of for teams to score off of him this year. 0-1. Brown takes high. Again, Starling typically a closer, a one-inning guy, so that was a second inning of work there. And we'll see what Strasburg decides to do in the 8th inning, but right now they need to get another run to try to tie this game or take the lead. Brown is hit by a pitch. So Sam reaches on the hit by pitch to start the inning. He has now singled, been walked twice, and now hit by a pitch to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. So not an ideal start to the inning for the Cannons. And not surprising that Brown is standing on first base because he seems to always find a way over there. All right, Ben Green. Sac fly RBI in the 5th. He's been quiet tonight. He's the go-ahead run. And he fouls it off 0-1. Green has been a doubles machine this summer in his short time with the Express, and what a time it would be to find the gap here. Don't know if Brown would be able to score because of the ankle issue that he's been dealing with, but Green facing a tough arm here in Ryan Rushing. And that's grounded up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. They're going to go to first with it, and they get the out at first base. So moving to second is Brown on the sharp ground out. Rushing makes the throw. They're going to go out and check on him to make sure he's okay. So 1-3 on the put out. He threw a absolute dart to first base right on the money to get the out. So now the tying run into scoring position for Marshall McGowan. McGowan has walked, flown out, and doubled tonight. First pitch coming up from the lefty rushing to the righty McGowan. And he takes strike one. McGowan didn't like it, but it's a strike, 0-1. McGowan looking for a base hit to try to tie this game back up. And off the plate according to the home plate umpire, 1-1. Rushing now up to 34 pitches, 19 of them have been for strikes. Came in with men at second and third and one out back in the fifth inning. 1-1, fouled off, 1-2. Tommy Kerwin, the shortstop, on deck for the Express. This is the heart of the lineup right here. Strasburg trying to cash in. Still no activity for Purcellville down in their bullpen. Brown at second, the tying run here in the winner-take-all Game 3. One-two, struck him out. They'll have to throw down to first, and they'll do so in time. 2 outs. And it brings Tommy Kerwin to the dish. He has singled, walked, and brought in a run on an RBI ground out. Strasburg has faced all lefties all night tonight. Carley went the first 4, Ruff went a third of an inning, and now rushing. On the other side, Strasburg, they don't have a left-handed pitcher, period. And they've only had one the entire year. That was earlier in the year, Eli Blair. So can Kerwin come up with a hit here, lefty-lefty? And a ground ball to short. It'll be played out there by Martinez. Throw to first in time. And that will do it in the 7th. Strasburg remains down by a run as we go to the 8th. Cannons lead 3-2 as we go to the top of the 8th. Colton Starling back to the mound for Strasburg. 38 pitches to this point, and he will face 5, 6, and 7. Seth Williams, Gavin Braylon, Graham Hilton. First pitch swung on and missed by Williams. 0-1. He is 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs, and he reached on an error. Cannons with a 3-2 lead, looking to add on to their advantage. Strasburg looking for another stop. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Starling overpowering him there. 0-2. Express are going to need some magic down the stretch here late in these last couple of innings. 0-2, and that misses. 1-2. Gavin Braylon on deck, he's 0 for 3, and then Graham Hilton's 2 for 3. He did strike out his only time against Starling. Williams has not faced Starling yet. He's the only, not in this game at least, only Cannon to not face him yet. And he fouls it back. Will stay alive. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Misses high. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Breaking ball toward the middle of the plate, but Williams couldn't connect. 1 out.
Catcher, number 55, Gavin Braylon.
And it brings Gavin Braylon to the plate, 0 for 3, a pop out and 2 ground outs to short. Braylon waves and misses at the off-speed, 0-1. Starling approaching the 50-pitch mark here in this outing. He's ahead 0-1 of the catcher, Gavin Braylon. And that is a fister to first and caught by the first baseman, McGowan. 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Cannon's 8th. And here's Graham Hilton. Again, he's only gotten out once tonight, and that was a strikeout swinging back in the 6th inning against Colton Starling. That's low, ball 1. Two and 0. Two 0. 3-0. Got the righty Grant Galuli on deck. Starling has definitely looked more dominant tonight against the right-handed hitters than he has the lefties. But even against the lefties, I mean, he's given up that 1 hit to Cusat, and it's been a big one, but 3-0. And gets a strike there. Again, the bottom line is the Strasburg offense has not shown up to the plate consistently enough tonight. Just 5 hits. This is a team that finished right up there in average. I think they were pretty much tied with the Cannons for the best batting average in the league, but Strasburg outpacing everyone, extra base hits, home runs, slug, etc. 3-1 misses, and Starling might be running out of fuel here. Be a runner at first with 2 outs for Grant Galuli, the third baseman. And we've got a visit to the mound, and that's going to be it for Starling. Call to the bullpen. Strasburg will bring in another arm, probably Jaden White, and we'll tell you about the new hurler after this. Strasburg goes to the bullpen with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, and they'll call on Jaden White, the 5'11 righty from Georgia Southern in Pembroke, Georgia. White will come in with a man at first and 2 outs. Here in a 3-2 Cannons game, this is a bunt attempt, fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. So we can't close the book yet on Starling, but 2 2/3, 1 hit. So far, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. And now White into the game here. 0-1. Breaking ball, did he go? No, he didn't, 1-1. Strasburg will have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the bottom of the 8th inning against the lefty Ryan Rushing. 1-1. Swing and a miss. White gets the swinging. It's 1-2. 1-2. Very small lead at first for Graham Hilton, the DH. Now he widens it up. White deals. That's low. 2-2. Fact of the matter is, if Strasburg's going to win this game, it's looking likely that they're going to have to get contributions from somebody in the 7, 8, 9 hole. So far tonight, they are 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. 2-2 from the righty. Missing 3-2. And Andrew Bell, who has swung it well tonight, is on deck. Payoff pitch. And he rings him up. So a strikeout there for Jaden White, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. So he gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg running out of chances. Trujillo, Williams, Morris due up against Ryan Rushing when we return here in Game 3 of the North Semifinals. Strasburg down to their final 6 outs here in 2026, and they'll send up Brian Trujillo, Madden Williams, and Fuller Morris. First pitch. It is a called strike from the lefty Rushing. It is 0-1. Trujillo has lined out, singled, walked. He has also stolen 2 bases. 3-2 Cannons top, make it now bottom of the 8th inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Struck him out. 3 pitches. And there's 1 out in the 8th.
Left fielder number 46, Madden. Williams.
And it brings Madden Williams to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 3 punch-outs. Really got to get something going here. That way you have a legitimate chance to get Haywood and Brown both up in the same inning in the 9th if you can muster that. Express need base runners. That's the big thing right now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Continue to go to that same spot, and Williams just cannot touch it tonight. 0-1. Fuller Morris, the catcher, on deck. Takes this one for a ball. Again, you look at this Strasburg team all year long. Wouldn't think that in a game like this, to decide your season, that their offense would be the thing that could potentially cripple them. Their pitching has been very good tonight. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Rushing up to 43 pitches. That misses up and away. Tried to go to that spot again, but he couldn't hit it. 2-2. Low scoring affair between two very good offenses throughout most of the season. 2-2, misses in the dirt, 3-2. And again, you give credit to these guys that are still here, the teams around the league and summer ball, but especially we know what's going on here, have been ravaged with guys going home for whatever reason, injuries or whatever it may be. So credit to these guys that are all still here tonight. 3-2, and he gets a little bit of a piece of it and stays alive. So tough to have, you know, a competent, competitive lineup at the end of the year. And really your team looks much different than it did when you started. But credit to both of these teams for having enough players come in throughout the season to fill the voids and be able to make it to the postseason and be competitive. Payoff pitch again to Williams. And he hits it into center, falling quickly, and that will be down. It looked like he trapped it. Yes, he did. He trapped the ball, and Madden Williams has a base hit. Acevedo could not get there to make the catch on the fly, and the tying run goes to first, and the go-ahead run comes to the plate. That is now, what, the third hit that we've seen to center field tonight where it's dropped down in front of Acevedo. So Williams aboard as the tying run here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Fuller Morris. She's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a pop out. And he takes ball 1, 1-0. From Ryan Rushing. Swing and a miss. Tell you, the Express tonight against the fastball, they have not looked good. For whatever reason. Morris, the catcher from Georgia State, taking a deep breath here, trying to continue to move the line after Williams picked up the base hit. And he's nearly hit by a pitch. He jumped out of the way, 2-1. Cannons 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Strasburg 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. One of those runs, an unearned run for Purcellville, and that's the difference right now, on top of some other mistakes by the Express. Inside again, 3-1. Right now the Cannons are Definitely feeling some pressure as they have the lead and trying to hold on to it here in the last of the 8th inning with the season on the line. Rushing will come set. 3-1 coming up. And it's fouled back. Might have been ball 4. Looked a little bit up. But Morris fouls it back and fills the count at 3-2. J.W. Kohlmeyer, the 9-hitter, will follow, and then they can keep it going. The top of the lineup will get to swing again. Three-two. And a line drive into left field. It's a base hit. And Fuller Morris picks his team up with a hit. First and second, one out now for Kohlmeyer. So the 7-8 hitters have singled. And a big spot coming up for Kohlmeyer. We'll be right back. So Kohlmeyer will step in. First and second, one out. First pitch. He does show bunt, pulls back and takes a ball. Well, last night you were able to show bunt, not pull it back, get hit, and it'd still be a free base, even though he went around. So who knows? Kohlmeyer 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a pop out, and a ground out. 1-0. He does bunt again, or shows, and takes a strike. Got the corners charging in. Cusat coming in from first. Galuli over at third. We'll see if the Express get aggressive here. First and second, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Williams at second base. Shows again. He gets it down third base side. It'll be fielded and thrown to first, and it's down the line. It's down the line. One will score. Kohlmeyer now in a rundown, and they're going to tag him out. Kohlmeyer runs into an out at second base. The go-ahead run moves to third, and there are 2 outs now. Not sure what Kohlmeyer was doing there as he runs into an out, and instead of first and third, 1 out, there's a runner in third with 2 outs, but it is a tie game. It's 3-3. Miscommunication on the bunt. Holy cow, it looked like it was going to be an easy play. Galuli charged quickly and threw it, but then it got away. So now the go-ahead runner at third with 2 outs for Caden Haywood. And Haywood takes a strike. It's 0-1. So it'll be an E5 on the play. And then out at second was Kohlmeyer. 0-1 to Haywood. That skips in the plate. Here comes the runner. He's going to score on a wild pitch. The catcher, Fuller Morris, comes home to score the go-ahead run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Express have unbelievably taken the lead. It's 4-3. Rarely do you see men score on wild pitches here, but the catcher, Fuller Morris, with a heads-up decision to come on home and make it 4-3 Strasburg. Now Haywood swings and pops it up into right. Coming in Turner, and the catch is made. And just like that, Strasburg now 3 outs away from stealing this one from the Cannons. Purcellville will have 9-1-2 when we return here in Game 3 of the North Semifinals. And we go to the top of the 9th inning. Strasburg with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to take the 4-3 lead, their first lead of the night. And now Jaden White, who got 1 out last inning, will try to close it out here. 9-1-2. Andrew Bell will lead off. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. It'll be Bell, Acevedo, and Turner due up for the Purcellville Cannons. Both teams with 7 hits. Strasburg 2 errors, Purcellville 1, but in the run column, the Express lead 4-3. 0-1. Swinging a line drive, base hit into left field. So a leadoff single for Andrew Bell here in the 9th inning. Bell now has a single, a double, and a home run. And it brings up Ethan Acevedo, the center fielder. Acevedo has grounded out 3 times. He has walked, stolen a base, and scored a run. So now he will bat here against White. First pitch, he shows bunt, runner goes, and the pitch in the dirt, and the runner takes second on the stolen base. So Bell now into second base with nobody out. And Acevedo with a chance to bring in the run on a base hit just like that. White is really going to have to lock in here. Corner infielders playing in. 1-0. He shows bunt. It's inside, 2-0. Strasburg trying to hold on for dear life here, but the Cannons not wasting any time making it interesting. He shows again. He gets it down, third base side, fielded there, thrown to first in time. Good execution as they get the out. Runner does move to third, and there's 1 out here in the 9th, and Strasburg will have to bring the infield in. So great execution as Trio threw off balance to first. Covering was Kohlmeyer. So 5-4 on the put out. There's 1 out. Strasburg will bring the infield in and try to cut down the winning run at the plate. You've got Turner stepping up. He's 1 for 4, and then Cusat following. the tying run at third. Infield in. White, the pitcher. The pitch. And he gets the strike on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Keith Turner, the right fielder, in the 2 spot tonight for the Cannons. Purcellville 90 feet away from tying it here in the 9th inning. Swing and a foul ball, 0-2. So just like that, White gets ahead 0-2 of the batter. And now what does White have up his sleeve? You don't want to make it too good. Game 3 for all the marbles here. 0-2, and he struck him out swinging. Jaden White gets him on 3 pitches, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. And it brings up Vincenzo Kuzat as Strasburg can put their infield back into normal depth. And they're looking for 1 more out here in the top of the 9th inning. White from the stretch, his first pitch is inside for ball 1. Kuzat with an RBI single back in the 7th inning off Colton Starling. Jaden White looking to slam the door here in the 9th inning. The tying run at third for Purcellville. 1-0. And that is called ball 2. 2-0. If Kuzat can reach, you would have Eric Martinez on deck. White taking a deep breath, walking around the first base side of the mound, and he will get back onto the rubber. 2 balls, no strikes to Kuzat. Swing and a miss. He got a healthy hack. 2-1. Cannons led this thing for most of the night, but right now they trail down to their final out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Vincenzo Kuzat against Jaden White. Swing and a miss. And the Cannons are down to their final strike here in the top of the 9th inning. 4-3, Strasburg on top. White taking a deep breath, nodding his head. Looks in for his signs. Comes set. And the 2-2. Swing and a drive into left center field, and this game is tied. Kuzat splitting the gap. Throw to second, not in time. And with 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 9th inning, Kuzat ties it on a double into left center.
Shortstop, number 5, Eric Martinez.
Bell comes in to score, and we are tied back up. So now it'll be Eric Martinez. He has struck out swinging twice, he has doubled, and he has flown out to right. So this is not over. First pitch coming up from White. Swing and a miss. Maybe he should have gone back to that breaking ball again to Kuzat because he was not touching those. But 4-4 now here in the 9th inning. The go-ahead run now at second for Purcellville. 0-1. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire. 0-2. Strasburg will have 2, 3, 4. Sam Brown, Ben Green, and Marshall McGowan due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. To my knowledge, the Express do not have a walk-off hit this season. 0-2 to Eric Martinez. And he struck him out looking, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. A roller coaster of a season and a roller coaster of a Game 3 continues on here. Game 3 of the North Division Semifinals. A new pitcher coming in for the Cannons. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this. What a game it's been here tonight. Welcome back to Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. In a 4-4 game, the Express looking for one run to punch their ticket to the next round to play the Winchester Royals. New pitcher, right-hander Matt Bobson, 6'2" righty out of Mary Washington University out of Fishersville, Virginia. And he'll face the dangerous Sam Brown. First pitch is in there for a strike. Brown has walked twice, been hit by a pitch, scored a run, singled. And he bats here. 2, 3, 4, Brown, Green, and McGowan in a prime opportunity in the bottom of the 9th inning. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. The Cannons were one down to their final strike in the top of the 9th inning, and Vincenzo Cusat hit a double into left center field to tie the game. That's after Strasburg scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead. 1-1. In there for a called strike. Pitcher's pitch there, 1-2. One-two to Sam Brown. And that misses, 2-2. Final line for Ryan Rushing. He did his job, 3 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both unearned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Now Bobson trying to keep it right here and send it to extras. Two, and Brown takes one low and in the dirt, and the count is 3-2. Ben Green waiting on deck. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI. Full count, Bobson versus Brown. And he struck him out looking. And Brown is the first out here in the 9th inning. So a big first out there for Bobson.
Center fielder number 11, Ben Green.
And now Ben Green will step up. Green sac fly RBI in the 5th. Strasburg looking for one run. And Green takes a slow breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. So Bobson's a fresh arm, and he is trying to keep it right here. That skips to the backstop, 1-1. This feels like your opportunity here if you're the Express, when you've got Brown leading off, which he struck out, and then you've got Green, McGowan, Kerwin. This is your area in the lineup where you really need to try to cash in and end this thing right here. 1-1. And breaking ball down and away. 2-1. Had ourselves a heck of a game here tonight. A called strike 3. Excuse me, a called strike 2, my apologies. 2-2. So now Green in a 2-2 count against the righty Bobson. And he struck him out. Green down looking, 2 outs.
First baseman number 22, Marshall McGowan.
Green got to say a lot to the home plate umpire there, and fortunately no ejection. So 2 outs now in the 9th inning for McGowan. Marshall has doubled, struck out, flown out, and walked. Looking for one more big swing out of him this year. And that's outside. Score update in that game in the South. Harrisonburg, Waynesboro, 3-3, top of the 10th inning. To our understanding, there will not be the ghost runner if we go to extras. 1-0. McGowan takes a ball that's not close, 2-0. 4-4 our score. And the top make it the bottom of the 9th inning. Matt Bobson against Marshall McGowan. Hitters count. Missing again. 3 pitches really that haven't been that close. 3-0 now. If McGowan can get on, Tommy Kerwin would be the next hitter for the Express. See if he's got the green light. And he's taking, and it's off the plate, ball 4. The winning run has been put on first. McGowan sees 4 pitches all out of the zone. And now Tommy Kerwin will step to the plate. He has grounded out twice with an RBI. He's also singled and walked. Bobson checks the runner at first and throws over. McGowan back in. Really no lead at all for McGowan, but got to get a good, decent lead and a good secondary in case somehow the ball splits the gap. You really got to try to score on that, even here in a tight ballpark. First pitch. That's in there, strike 1. Cannons and their faithful are here and making noise. Express looking for 1 run here in this 9th inning to end it. And the runner goes, huge jump, and Kerwin swings and hits it into the dugout. Everybody has to get down to the ground, and it's 0-2. McGowan was standing on second base. Would have been an easy stolen base. Instead, it's just a foul ball, and it's 0-2. McGowan had that base stolen easily if Kerwin had just taken the pitch. Instead, McGowan goes back to first. And you got to think Bobson will probably throw over to first here. 0-2, he does not, and the pitch misses. And it's important to try to get to second if you can here, because Kerwin's a guy that you do see some base hits from him. Instead of, you're not going to see home runs out of him. You see some gappers and some base hits. 1-2, runner does not go, and the pitch is low, 2-2. Now you have Brian Trujillo, the third baseman, waiting on deck, and then the 7, 8, 9 men in the lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kerwin. I tell you, a ball down the right field line would be pretty nice. And he hits it up the middle. It's a base hit. McGowan is on his way to third, and it'll be first and third, and the ball now gets away, and here comes McGowan for the win, and he is out at the plate. McGowan tried to score for the win. And are they calling interference? No. Was there contact at third base there between McGowan and the third baseman? McGowan kept on running, thinking that if he kept going, he would be called safe. We've got a discussion here. And let's see what the call is. You have to think the out will stand. If not, Strasburg wins this game on interference, but I don't think they're going to end it like that. McGowan was coming home from third. There was contact with the base runner, and there's a discussion going on what has happened on that play. So right now it's out number 3, and we're going to extras. And I don't think we're going to have anything changed on that play. Discussion still unfolding. We're still waiting for official word, but looks like that's going to end the inning. So Strasburg and their winning run gunned down at the plate on a play at the plate. And we will continue on to extras. 4-4 our score, and Jaden White coming back to the mound. We'll be back after this. 4-4 as we go to the top of the 10th inning. No ghost runner, so nobody on to start. Here's Seth Williams, the left fielder. The first pitch is low. It'll be Seth Williams, Gavin Braylon, and Graham Hilton. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Cannons against Jaden White. Starts the inning with 22 pitches, and he hammers it to right, but foul. So Williams, just a long foul ball, and it's 1-1. Keeping an eye there on after that play. It was close, from the vantage point of VARs, was there contact between McGowan and the umpire over there at third. But the call did not go Strasburg's way. 1-1 misses, 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Seth Williams, and now McGowan may have gotten his thumb banged up after that play. 3-1 now to Williams. Last thing you can do here, and I've said it all year, is walk the leadoff man. The next man would come up to bunt. That's not what you want to do, is give them a free runner. 3 balls and a strike. And he swings and pops it up into shallow right. Haywood coming in, and he makes the catch. And in a 3-1 count, Williams flies out for the first out here in the top of the 10th inning. Here comes Gavin Braylon, the catcher.
Now batting number 55, Gavin Braylon.
Well, I'm sure if you were joining us early in the game, you remember I was talking about the lack of arms at this point of the season. Well, I think the last thing either one of these teams wanted to see was extra innings. Now, our friends up in Winchester, they're ecstatic seeing this right now. They've gotten all these days off, and now they're seeing extra innings. Braylon fouls it off, 0-1. The winner of this series will play tomorrow night in Winchester, game number 1 of the North Division Finals. And right now, can't tell who's going to be heading up there. 0-1 the count to Braylon. He's 0 for 4, 2 ground outs and 2 pop outs. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-2 from Jaden White. Both of these teams are emptying the tank to try to win this game and see another day. White way ahead, 0-2. And that is grounded foul. The count is still 0-2. Receiving reports that the electricity has apparently gone out in Waynesboro, and their game is halted right now in extra innings. 0-2, and White punches his ticket. 2 outs here in the 10th inning. And it brings up Graham Hilton, the DH. He's been on 3 times tonight, 2 singles, a walk, and then a strikeout.
Now batting the DH, number 46, Graham Hilton.
So Hilton will try to get something going for the Cannons here in the top of the 10th. Strasburg will have 6, 7, and 8. Trujillo, Williams, and Morris due up in the bottom half. First pitch from White is skipping to the plate for a ball, 1-0. Well, we got started tonight at 7:04. We are 3 hours plus here in this one. We are getting our money's worth. One-0, and that just misses. 2-0. No appeal either. Pitch looked like it was there, but didn't get the call. So from 1-1 to 2-0 now to Graham Hilton. That one also called a ball. 3-0 now. 3-0. And that's in there.
These umpires don't know pitch count rules, okay? So Perlman called me up and had all the coaches and GMs there. I said, here's what you have to do. Get the pitch count rules. The guy has supposed to have 3 days rest after 61 pitches.
3-1 to Graham Hilton with 2 outs in the 10th, and he walks in ball 4. And the go-ahead run is aboard for Grant Galuli, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 14, Grant Galuli.
So now Hilton at first. He's been on 4 times tonight. Heck of a performance from him.
But the count stays 0 balls, 1 strike, okay? The bottom line is,
So White.
Stacy starts saying, well, they did this a week ago. And Perlman goes, listen, Stacy, we'll focus on tonight's game.
First pitch coming up. And that's inside, ball 1, and is White running out of gas. He is at now 37 pitches. Can he get through one more out and see if the Express can get one across to win it? Galuli, 3 strikeouts and a flyout. And he takes a strike. It's 1-1. Righty, White sets and delivers. Ground ball to third, past the third baseman and to left. And the Cannons have men at first and second, 2 outs, and here comes Andrew Bell. So Galuli was 0 for 4 tonight, and he gets a hit there. All this with 2 outs.
Second baseman, number 13, Andrew Bell.
And it brings Bell to the plate. He has singled, doubled, homered, and struck out swinging. It's been his night at the plate. This is who you want. Time is called. We've got a visit to the mound. Pitching coach Kyle Demai coming out. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. First and second, 2 outs, top of the 10th. Andrew Bell from Duke University, the 9-hitter. 3 hits tonight. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. It's out of play. Bell has had a very nice night at the plate, and he's trying to come up with the biggest hit of them all to give the Cannons the lead. Jaden White, 40 pitches, 25 of them for strikes. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. White blows it by him with the fastball, and Jaden a strike away, which we've seen this story tonight, a strike away. But sending this to the 10th inning, bottom of the 10th inning it would be. Oh, 2. Runner goes. The pitch fouled straight back to us. And the inning will continue. Again, Strasburg will have 6, 7, 8 due up in the bottom half of the 10th inning. We have to assume it'll be the right-hander Bobson. Strasburg started with Seaford. He went 5. Starling 2 2/3. And now White looking to get another out here and send it to the bottom of the 10th. He's ahead 0-2. And he gets the pop-up. It's out of play again. White has gone 2+ innings so far, allowing 1 run. Oh, 2 the count to the 9-hitter Andrew Bell. Runner goes. And that pitch just misses. Oh, my goodness. Oh my. It's a double steal as well. The runners move up to second and third. Wow, that was, whew. What will Bell do with it? Swing and a miss. White goes up the ladder and strikes him out swinging. And that will do it in the top of the 10th. The Cannons leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. Strasburg, again, 1 run away from moving on to the North Division Championship. We'll be right back here on the Express Baseball Network. Four to 4 as we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Bobson back to the mound. Strasburg sends up 6, 7, and 8. Trujillo, Williams, Morrish. Winner moves on to play Winchester tomorrow night. Swinging a drive to right center field. It's pretty well hit, but backing the right fielder up. He leaps. He can't make the catch. It's off the wall. And a leadoff double for Brian Trujillo here in the bottom of the 10th inning. He sent that ball for a ride, and Turner couldn't get turned around to make the catch. And the Express with the winning run at second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th.
Now batting number 46, Madden Williams.
And time is called. So let's see what they're deciding to do here. Oh, we've got a little discussion over here with almost the entire roster. So Trujillo with a double, his second hit of the game. So Madden Williams, 3 strikeouts and a single with a run scored tonight. Can the Express get him across? Corners playing in. Nobody out, bottom of the 10th, season on the line. Williams with a swing and a ball to right field, and it's going to go past the right fielder, and this ball game is over. This ball game is over. Madden Williams with a walk-off double as it gets past the diving right fielder Turner and rolls all the way to the wall. Strasburg 5, Purcellville 4. Unbelievable. The Express come back And a year after eliminating Purcellville in Game 3 of the North Division Championship, they turn back the clock here tonight in round 1 and end the Cannon season 5-4. Madden Williams with a line drive to right field. Turner came in. It looked like off the bat he would make the catch, but he may have even lost his footing, and the ball went flying past him, and that's how this game ends here tonight. Strasburg 5, Purcellville 4. The Express are moving on to the North Division Championship once again. Their quest to try to go back-to-back for the second time in franchise history lives on for at least a couple more days. What a game here tonight as the Express get the job done. And after last night where Strasburg was not able to get anything going, they come back tonight. They rally for 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, give up the tying run in the top of the 9th, but then win it in the bottom of the 10th inning and send the Cannons home. Unbelievable, and what a game here tonight, and what a battle between these two teams, the Express and the Purcellville Cannons. Well, the winning pitcher in this game will be Jaden White. The loser will be Matt Bobson. And the hero is Madden Williams, who in his last 2 at-bats, after striking out his first 3 times, singles and doubles his next 2, and eliminates the Cannons here tonight. For the victorious Strasburg Express, four runs. 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. For the Cannons, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. And the Cannons are eliminated here tonight on the 24th of July in 2026. Strasburg victorious with a miraculous comeback here in the late innings to eliminate Purcellville and continue on here in 2026. Well, we will get a home night off tomorrow night, but the Express are right back at it as they'll be back to Winchester. It'll be a 7 o'clock start, taking on the Winchester Royals, and we look forward to talking to you again when we return here on Saturday. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the Cannons fans for a great season and for joining us in our games this year. Purcellville is a top-tier organization, and, it was a hell of a game tonight, and we appreciate everyone joining us here for this one. Strasburg gets the better of Purcellville 5-4 with a walk-off double in the bottom of the 10th inning. We will talk to you again on Sunday evening for game number 2 of the North Championship. You can watch game 1 tomorrow night in Winchester on the Winchester Royals YouTube page, and keep an eye on the Valley League and team social medias for more information. Well, thank you for joining us here tonight on an exciting game as Strasburg stays alive and the Cannons see their season come to an end. Express win at 5-4 in the bottom of the 10th, and this is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.